Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I know I just posted, but I'm on a house sit right now, and it is helping me to think about things that I've learned while I am house sitting, and I wanted to share them with you. But before I go any further, folks, this video is a short video and it's not designed to teach you how to house sit. If you want to learn how to do that, please go spend some time with Stephanie Perry. She will teach you how to set your profile, how to get accepted, or to make a profile that will help you get accepted, and all the details. This video is specifically for people who are thinking, you know what, I would love to house sit, but I've got this chronic illness, the person I'm traveling with has this chronic illness, but I want to tell you what I've learned about how to do a successful house sit while managing a chronic illness. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Heather. Hello. And my goal is to try to show people who are managing chronic illnesses or who are afraid of developing a chronic illness that they can go bravely into the world. We just have to have a few of the things that we consider when we do it. And I always forget to do this. Folks, if this information is at all helpful to you, please subscribe, leave a comment. It helps my numbers. Let's be straight and honest about that. So I have thought about and written down 7 things that I think makes my house sits successful, or I should say I house sit successfully, right? So the first one, and I'll be glancing off to my cell phone, so please forgive that. The first one, the others are in no particular order, but the first thing I'm about to tell you, everything is couched in a deep understanding of the first thing. You can call this your prime directive if you're a Star Trekkie, or what do they call it? A Trekkie. Anyway, so the first one, house sitting, is a relationship based on reciprocity. It's a level playing field. You provide excellent care for someone's pets, and they provide a lovely, interesting, safe place for you to stay as you explore a location. It's even. You are not their employee. You are able to set standards, negotiate, say no, all based on your needs. That's a lovely thing about it, but remember that. We have been trained, most of us, my generation particularly, that when we have a task that's given to us, we're like, yes, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it well. And we tend to put ourselves second or worse at times. But this is a level playing field, okay? You're not obligated to say yes, sir, no, sir or ma'am, prime military talking here, right? You are obligated to take care of yourself and keep the promises of taking care of those pets. Okay, prime directive, right? Okay, so the next one, I made this mistake this summer. I just retired and moved to Mexico, and I had 3 houses lined up around the English countryside for the summer. But what I failed to take into account is the medical needs, right? Things have to be scheduled. And so if you are planning on doing slow travel, like an extended house sit or a wave of house sits, talk to your doctor. If you get infusions, whatever you're doing, make sure you work that into your plan. It's not just getting something, a notification, say, oh, I would love to go there, and you schedule it. No, slow down a little bit and take some time to make sure that your house sitting will not get in the way of your medical treatment. Okay. Oh, and of course, Stephanie talks about making sure you have medical insurance, so on. This video is not about that. I'm talking about what I'm doing to make my house sitting experiences better and healthy for me. Okay, so the third one. So you are allowed, because this is reciprocity, to make a pet sitting plan based on your needs and abilities, right? So as an example, I'm in a great house sit. I took a risk. There are 4 pets, right? But I met the pets before, and they're pretty much on automatic. My biggest job is feeding, walking one of the pets because the rest of them are free range, and petting. I need an extra set of hands because I got a lot of bellies and butts to pet. But yeah, so but make a plan. The owners, the pet parents, had a routine, and that routine included, a morning walk and a longer evening walk. And the walk I'm not able to do right now because of some issues I'm going through. So I said, okay, instead of me doing a 15-minute in the morning and a 45-minute in the evening, would you mind if I did a few 15-minute walks? Because that's what my body can handle right now. And they were really gracious about that. When I was younger, I'd be like, okay, 45-minute walk, and not just based on my physical ability, but that's what was expected and that's what I agreed to. But now I know to say no, my body can't do that, and give them the option to say yes or no. And if the answer is no, your answer should also be no, because your body comes first. Okay, so the next one. Choose locations where you can care for yourself. Not just, doctors are available or there's a hospital, because there are places I want to go that are so remote, but I'm not going because if something happens, how am I going to get to the hospital? How am I going to get care? But also, I choose locations that have a pool because I take care of my joints with water aerobics. And because it's my choice, I get to say, no, that's a lovely house sit, but you don't have what I need to help me take care of myself on a daily basis. And I'm not putting it on hold just because your house is, in a city that I want to go to. So choose your house sits based on the needs of your body, okay? So another thing I've learned, see, I think maybe it's a generational thing, an age thing. It may not be. Some people, they house sit on and on and on, and they're absolutely thrilled with that. I think Stephanie did for like 8 years, and it worked for her. But for me, and I think maybe it's because of my age, I like having what I call my home pillow. I've talked about this before. I like looking at the horizon as I'm exploring. It's like, oh, that's the city I'm going to. But on the same horizon in my mind, I know where my home pillow is. So I can go explore for a week, 2, 3 weeks, but I know where I'm going back to. That's how I take care of future Heather. And that's how I know no matter what's going on, I'm going back to my safe place and my safe pillow. So consider that as you're scheduling your trips. I don't recommend overbooking if you have a chronic illness because we need time to recuperate, okay? So, and if you do own a home, who's going to take care of your home while you're out there traipsing around Europe or Spain or whatever? I have houseplants. Plants bring me joy. So I worked out a plan with a daughter of a very good friend. It's like, okay, please show up at my house every 10 days, water my plants, and you can make a payment arrangement or whatever. But make sure that someone's scooping the bugs out of your pool and cleaning up after the frogs around your pool. At the same time, you're cleaning up the bugs and so on in somebody else's pool where you're house sitting. So make a plan to take care of your home, because the last thing you need after 3 weeks of pet sitting is to come home and your house is just an absolute mess. So take that into consideration as well. It's not for everyone, because I know a lot of people, they choose to move around the world without having a home anchor, but my home pillow is really important to me. So here's something that really surprises me. When I was being raised, I was taught that, and I bet a lot of you have been taught that, you have to respect people's privacy. And yes, you absolutely do, right? So I could go into your bathroom cabinet, into your bathroom normally, and there could be $1 million in the bathroom cabinet free for the taking if I opened the door, and I would leave without $1 million because I would not open your bathroom cabinets. But what I'm learning when I'm house sitting, I'm not saying be invasive. I'm not saying, go into people's closets and so on like that, but take a good look around. I'm learning that this is really important because I don't do that. And they say, use whatever you want in the pantry. I don't explore the pantry. Explore the pantry. Explore the fridge. Explore the areas they told you that are open to you. Because I found today some hand weights because I didn't bring mine with me. I drove, I could have, I just forgot them. But look around, see what's there. And if you're not sure, drop a note. Say, hey, I found this. Do you mind if I use it? Okay? But look around. Look in the cabinets, look for the pots. I always bring my own food because, I have a low protein diet. But put aside that shame that was instilled in us when we were younger to never open a door and never explore. That may not have been a thing for you, but oh boy, it was a thing in my household. Okay? So I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, so I think for me, the best thing about having my home pillow and where I know I'm going to go back to is that if I'm in a fabulous house, this house is a beach on one side, a pool on the other side, and is put together so beautifully with care and attention. It's a wonderful house. But I wake up in the morning wanting to see my Pepto Bismol pink house, and I know it's waiting for me. So that's the thing about house, that for me, that's one of the great things about house sitting. I know I've chosen the right place for me to go back to, that future Heather is going to be happy with, hopefully, as well. So folks, that's my list. I hope that it's given you some food for thought about whether or not you can pet sit. Oh, one more thing. Be careful about the size of the animal you choose if you have mobility issues or anything like that. Okay, so that's all I have for today. And as I love to ask, how do you plan to spend your health? Bye bye.